Hey guys, Joe here from Prepared for Anything, and I just wanted to bring you guys a quick glimpse of what I've got in my, I call it my bug out bag, but it's really just a camping bag or, something you can store in your car. And it's really kind of like an emergency kit, something that's there if you need it. Just to start, on the back of it, over here, is this CamelBak. It's 2 liter capacity CamelBak. Here's the straw for it. It goes in up at the top here, and there's a zipper, and it's stored in there. I'm not going to pull it out because it's not really worth pulling out for 2 seconds to put it right back in, but it does have a Velcro strap up here at the top inside there that kind of acts as like a hanger, and it just kind of secures it. I'm going to go ahead and start on the outside here. Right here, I have a Stanley, I believe it's a 24 ounce. Well, this is 20 ounce right there, and then you've got some headroom there, so I would guess about 24 ounces maybe. But it's just a stainless steel cup. It's also got 2 plastic cups inside it, so if you boil water, you can then pour it out into the other cups and use that to drink out of. Over here, I bought this compact foldable shovel. It's kind of like those old military style kind of shovels that you just unfold and you can dig holes and stuff with it. But the only reason I really got this is just so if you need it, it's there. I'm unfolding it now. I'll show it to you when I get it unfolded. But really, this is just for preparing a fire pit or just a campsite in general. If you need to move some dirt, it's always good to have a shovel. It's not real big, it's not real heavy. Obviously it's metal, so it does have some weight to it, but it's also small, so it's relatively light considering it's a metal shovel. Over here, let's see, in the actual bag itself, I have, for starters, I have a 10-foot by 12-foot tarp rolled up. This is for putting underneath my tent when I get it. I just bought a Eureka Solitaire bivy style tent, so this is what's going to be underneath that, just to provide a little bit of a base layer. I could also use this as, if the ground's soft and I clear it out, I could just lay the tent on that and then use this as a kind of like an A-frame shelter just outside the tent, just to have some like common area where you could go and sit and work or do whatever you gotta do. So that's gonna be handy, multi-use. Also in here I have my sleeping bag. It's like a 1.2 pound sleeping bag. It's good to 40 degrees. It's a mummy style cool weather. It's not cold weather. If I end up having cold temperatures, having to deal with that, then I will get either another bit larger sleeping bag to put this one inside of, or I'll just like pack a little blanket and tuck it in this. That way it provides a little bit more insulation. And then in here I've got the start of a fire starting kit. It's just got some wood shavings and powdery stuff. I ground it off of an old compressed piece of sawdust. You compress it, and I shaved it off of that. And then there's some tissue paper in there. I'm also going to be adding some pencil-sized sticks and twigs and things like that I cut up. That'll be my fire starting kit. And then I've also got a knife. It's the Gerber Bear Grylls Ultimate Survival Knife. Got a ferro rod built into the sheath. Here's the knife itself. I do like this knife. It holds a blade pretty well. I do need to sharpen it though. I just used it a whole bunch yesterday. But it's a great knife. It's got a little spot here designated for the ferro rod that you can strike it with. So you would just do that. And then so that's the knife I carry. A good tool to have. And then lastly in here I have just a Gerber Bear Grylls ferro rod. It's like the knife, only it's just the rod. So if I don't need a knife or a rod, I can just carry this. And ultimately, I think I could eliminate this from the pack if I needed to. I mean, it's not real heavy, so it's not really a weight issue, but not really a necessity either, since I have one built into my knife. I got the knife after I got this. That's the only reason I still carry this. But if I just got the knife, I would just use the knife by itself. But there's that. That's all the tools I have. Those two things plus the shovel. And that's the bag itself. I like this bag. I wish I had opted out for a bigger bag. This is a 20 liter. I wish I got a little bit bigger one. Simply because by the time you put the tarp and the sleeping bag in there, it's got pretty good bulk size to it. But overall, it's a good, nice bag. I wish it did have the elastic bands right here, so that way you could store things like this instead of putting them in your bag. That would save a lot of room. But overall, it's a good bag. When I get an axe, which I plan to get one eventually to take with me camping and things, it's got a strap here. This is meant for a hiking pole, but you could also strap an axe handle in there, and it would hold it just fine. Just tighten it down like that, and it would hold it. But that's my bag. It's got nice compartments in here, and again, this is, I call it a bug out bag, but it's more of a day pack slash backpacking bag slash camping. But so if I went on a camping trip, I could put everything in this, carried this with me, and that's it. That's all I have. That's all my stuff in one bag. If necessary, if it was a really extended camping trip, I could take another bag. But I think I could get away with just this one, especially for like a weekend or something, or a few days. But when I get my tent, I will figure out how I'm going to incorporate it into the bag as far as carrying it. But other than that, that's all the stuff that's going to be in it are those tools, the sleeping bag, the tarp, the fire kit, this cup, and then the tent itself. So it's really just a self-contained bag, and it has all the stuff in it you would need for a few days out in the woods. I could store some food in it. I think what I'm going to end up doing is going and getting some like beanie weenies and maybe a couple MREs and things like that. If I were to go camping, I could take that with me and just store it in here somewhere and be off on my merry way. But anyway, guys, I just want to give you a quick look at what I call my bug out bag slash camping bag, or whatever you want to call it. It's all the stuff I have in it right now. It is a work in progress. Like I said, I'm going to be adding a tent to it in the next few days, as well as probably some other tools and things of that nature. So I will give you guys an update on that, and tune in for that. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Feel free to subscribe and like my videos or comment any questions you have, and I'll see you guys later.